up, gang? How are you guys doing tonight? Listen, I'm coming to you guys a little bit early. Let me tone this down a little bit. I'm listen to a little bit of Sade, one of my favorite artists here. But today's lesson is about decision. And speaking of decision, I decided to make the decision of coming to you early tonight with this lesson decision. Now, this chapter in the book Think and Grow Rich is very, very powerful. And it is how you guys learn to become the master of procrastination. As Napoleon Hill says, the mastery of procrastination is decision. But so many people go through life not making decisions, not knowing how to make decisions or allowing other people to make decisions for them. It is a crazy process, guys. And I'm telling you that this chapter, as we go through this book, this is step number 7 in accumulating riches. There are only 13 steps, guys. 13 steps. We are more than halfway done. And when you are done with this book, this chapter is going to be the chapter that you need to move forward. And it is the chapter on decision. So know this chapter, learn it well. The principles I'm going to give you today are key to having the life that you want. If you do not move forward with this chapter, it is only because you allowed others, okay, to choose your path of life for you and not choose it on your own, guys. So decision is the key in this chapter. Now, back in the early 1900s, as we talk about decision, when Napoleon Hill was first doing all of the research, maybe middle 1900s, like 1950, 1960, when he began his research for this book, Think and Grow Rich. Ooh, forgive me, guys. Didn't sleep much today. But anyway, it's because I'm excited to bring you guys this information. But anyway, as I said before, when Napoleon Hill was working on this book, Think and Grow Rich, um, there was an analysis done. It was taken, and they took uh, the information from 25,000 men and women, right? All who had experienced failure, and they asked them why. And each and every single one of them. Now, you guys know the last chapter I already talked about the 31 causes of failure, but um, each and every one of these men and women disclosed that the top of their list in failure was their lack of decision. It headed the list. It was at the top, right? 31 major causes of failure, 31. And all of them said that lack of decision was the major cause. Listen, procrastination is the opposite of decision. Okay, it is the bizarro world to Superman. It is the Thanos to the Avengers, right? It is the negative world of bad and evil to your goals and your dreams and things that you want to achieve in life, guys. So understand procrastination is horrible, horrible monster that consumes 98% of people throughout the world, right? It is a common enemy to all men, and we all must conquer it. We all must conquer procrastination in order to have the life that we want. Or we can just sit back and allow life to give us what it has in store for us. And I'm going to tell you guys, If you are not into making decisions and you're into procrastinating, life could be really, really bad. And life can deal you a horrible, horrible hand at the poker game of life, guys. So understand this when it comes to decision making. Okay. Now, when you're done with this book and this material that I'm giving you, and all of these chapters, and you have the entire 13 principles in your hand and consumed in your mind, right? Once they are presented to you, uh, you will be given the opportunity at the end of all of this, okay, to test and see how well and how quick and definite you come to making decisions. Because if you're going to be great, guys, if you're going to be a leader, you have to come to quick decisions and they have to be definite decisions. So that means you have to know your stuff, guys. Now, this is chapter 8, and you've already begun using these principles in the previous 7 chapters. You have already been given instructions on the previous 7 chapters to do certain things. I want to ask you guys and question. You can leave it in the comments. How many of you guys have already done some of the things that were asked of you in the previous 7 chapters of this book? And if you haven't done them, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for somebody to give you approval to do them? Or after my instructions, or maybe you've seen this video. After you've seen all of my previous videos, I'm hoping that you guys are already acting on the instructions of creating mastermind groups, okay, and making decisions and having written down your definite chief aim. Okay, the common practice of meditation and sitting and being quiet and gathering your thoughts so that you can move forward. How much of this have you guys done already? Or is what I'm saying unfamiliar to you because you drifted off because you can't focus and you can't concentrate? Let's move forward. Let's be the best that we can be, guys. This habit started when you were a child, and I get it, but you're no longer a child. You are growing up now. All right. You're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s. Oh my God, you're in your fucking 60s, guys. You need to be moving on these concepts. Somebody should have told you this a long time ago. And if they haven't, I'm here to tell you it right now because obviously you haven't had the willpower to sit down and read a full book called Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. It is a powerful book, guys, and it is changing lives all over the world. So let's pull up this whiteboard, man, as we get into this chapter on Think and Grow Rich, right? As I told you guys, um, it is the mastery of procrastination. When you have desire, it is the mastery of the procrastination. Okay. Um, now, now during this time, there was also another analysis. I told you guys about the 25,000 failures. There was also another analysis done with people who accumulated great fortunes well beyond the millionaire mark, right? Way past $1 million. We're talking billionaires, guys. And they disclose the fact that they all had the habit of reaching decisions promptly, right? Promptly reaching decisions and changing these decisions slowly if if they ever had to change decisions at all. So these are people who have already reached milestones of millionaire, multimillionaire, and billionaires. And this is how their common practice of how they go through making decisions in their life. Promptly, change them slowly. Okay. One of my mentors told me he hires promptly and he changes his staff slowly. Okay, because he takes them through a whole process of getting what he needs and seeing if people will work good for his company or not good for his company. Maybe he did the reverse, but anyway, um, that is what my mentor told me. I guess I need to listen more often. I think he did the exact reverse, meaning he actually hired slowly and fired promptly. So there you go, guys. Just the reverse, but it is a powerful move when it comes to creating staff for your business. All right. The next thing I want to tell you guys is this, right? People who fail to accumulate money, without exception, have the habit of reaching decisions, if they reach them at all, right? Very slowly. You know those people, hey, let me think about it. Let me think about it. Let me think about this. This was me so many times in my younger years of my life. I always wanted to think about it. I used to believe that if the longer I took to make a decision, the better that decision would be. And, basically, I was taught through people around me that taking a long time to make a decision showed other people that you were really thinking about the decision. When the fact of the matter, guys, that's bullshit, right? If somebody knows they want to work with you, they'll make a decision immediately to work with you. If somebody knows that they want to invest in something that you are working on, they will make an immediate decision to invest in the decision you are working on. I mean, obviously they'll do their homework, but they'll already have done their homework before they even talk to you about it, and they'll make immediate decisions. Guys, when you sit around and you take hours, weeks, days, months to make a decision on something that is critical and life changing, you are making a mistake. You are making a critical error that failures make. Failures take forever to make decisions. All right. Winners, we do our homework. We do our homework so that when that time for making a decision comes, we already know the decision we're going to make because we have all of the facts. That is what we do, guys. Winners make decisions promptly. Losers, failures take forever to make decisions, guys. So don't let that be you. Listen, they talked about Napoleon Hill talks about um, Henry Ford and his Model T, which was known back then as the ugliest car in the world. And everybody from customers to his advisors all tried to get Henry Ford to change his decision on the Model T car. Come on, this car is ugly. It is horrible. You cannot be serious about making this car and keeping it and continually manufacturing it so that people can buy it. It is ugly. And Ford was adamant of his decision not to change because he decided that this was the model car that he was going to put out. And not until this car generated millions and millions of dollars did he finally decide to change the model of the car, right? Prompt, quick decision to choose the model of the car, and even after everybody else's opinion, slowly deciding to change his mind on the type of model. Well, after he made millions and millions of dollars from the Model T. Okay. Now, Ford wasn't influenced by many people, and he sought a very, very tight counsel. Okay. Now, what are some tips to make decisions? I get a lot of people all the time to ask me, Darryl, um, I have a problem coming to conclusions and making decisions. And Napoleon Hill has the answer to this in his book, guys. And I'm going to reveal those answers to you today. Now, one of the most important parts of making a decision is most people, as I said, who fail to accumulate money, now that is sufficient money for their needs, to take care of themselves and their family and live the life that they would like to live. Um, they are generally influenced by the opinions of others. If you are influenced by the opinions of others, then you probably don't have the life that you want. You are probably seeking the life that you want, reading the books that you would like to read because you know that these books are going to give you the knowledge that you need. You're watching the videos. You guys are you subscribe to my channel and you are seeing how I'm breaking down my top 150 books of the year. And you guys are seeing all this and you gathering the knowledge that it takes. The problem is, guys, the problem is, right? The opinions of others is continually dousing your flame. So when your flame builds up, you allow the opinions of others to put it out continually. Obviously, telling you that what you're thinking is a bad idea, what you're learning is a poor concept. Stop seeking counsel from them people, guys. If you are influenced by the opinions of others, you will have no desire of your own. None. Your desire will be doused. You got to be strong. You got to be strong in your opinion of what you're doing, the decision you are making, right? How many days over and over again does somebody tell you, quit, take a break, give it a rest? How many times did you hear that? You hear that from people who are exhausted because of the fact that you don't stop. And they don't want you to continue because it makes them feel like they're underachieving. Guys, step up your game. Stop seeking counsel from those people, right? Seek counsel of your own. Now, from years of experience, me personally, right? I have learned, and as well as Napoleon Hill, he talks about to keep your own counsel, right? That's his advice. He advised you to keep your own counsel. I advise you to definitely keep your own counsel. Now, when you begin practicing the principles I am breaking down to you in this book, Think and Grow Rich, guys, if you guys have a lack of concentration, I'm showing you the book again. If you guys are, when you start practicing the principles described, right, I am telling you guys, reach your own decisions and follow them. Your own decisions. Don't ask everybody else's opinion. Read the book in silence, watch the videos in silence, and then move forward based on what you believe, okay, of these concepts, right? Now, take no one into your confidence except the members of your mastermind group. I remember how I told you guys you need to develop a mastermind group. You need to have people who you are talking to a minimum of twice a week about concepts, okay, to move you forward in life and achieve the life that you want. Whether it's millionaire, whether it's a great relationship, whether it's a fantastic parent, okay, whether it's top of your job, you need to have a mastermind that works. Now, when you are developing this mastermind, guys, it is important. Your selection of people in this mastermind is so important. And I've made this mistake before where I've had somebody who wasn't in complete harmony with what I was trying to achieve for the group. Okay. And when you select someone, they have to be in complete harmony and complete synergy, as we talked about in a previous book of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You have to be in its synergy when you are in a mastermind group, guys. This is so important. Okay, when it comes to having the life that you want, and you don't want to be sidetracked when it comes to masterminds, guys. Now, another thing, and this is also very important, guys. Family, close friends, relatives, keep them out of your mastermind. Listen, keep them out of your mastermind, as well as keep them out of your business. If you are trying to achieve something, keep it to yourself. Your family, friends, close relatives, husbands, wives, you know, until you get traction, right? They may say things that may be meant to be a joke or light humor, but the fact of the matter is through their opinions, they may handicap you, right? If you're not strong enough, if you don't have your built up muscles, okay, of decision making, they may slow you down. And that is not what you want. We're in times where you cannot slow down anymore. There's no slowing down, guys. Right? And also, I've noticed this, and I was fortunate not to have to deal with this, but so many people go through life with inferiority complexes because of something said by a family member when they were younger, which was meant to be humorous. Maybe my family used to, not my family, but my family's pretty awesome. But people would talk about, you got a big nose, got a big head, um, you got mixed parents, crazy shit like that. Said my mother was white like a polar bear. Got into a fight over that one, obviously. Don't talk about nobody's mama. But anyway, guys, the point I'm making is these things give you inferiority complexes if you don't know how to deal with them in a younger age. And they get carried through to when you're an adult. So understand that as you guys are moving forward. Um, you want to keep these things to yourself. Now, understand, Napoleon Hill says it. You have a brain of your own and a mind. Use it. Use your brain. Use your mind. It's a muscle. You have to work it. You have to work it, or it's going to start to. It's going to start to not depreciate, but decompensate. Right? It's not going to be as strong, right, as it used to be. So I need you guys to constantly work that brain muscle, work that mind, okay, work your imagination, okay, work that decision muscle. Keep them going, guys. Keep it going. Now, now during this time, right, you may need information from other people, of course, right? Like you guys are watching this video, so you're getting information from me. But keep in mind, right, that many people who have a smattering of knowledge, right, a little bit of knowledge, they try to give the impression that they have much knowledge. They're trying to impress you. When I do these videos, I'm not trying to impress you. I continually tell you guys that I am reading a book, Think and Grow Rich, what I've read since about 1988 was the first time I read this book, and I've read it every year since. And now I decided at this point in time that a lot of people don't read books, so I'm trying to teach it in a video format so you guys can get the most of it. Okay. Now I've had 28 years experience in law enforcement, so I can talk a serious talk when it comes to law enforcement. But I am not going to talk a talk of this book because I didn't write it. I'm going to convey to you guys the knowledge that I've learned from this book and how I've implemented it in my life and how you can implement it in your life. But be careful of people with a little bit of knowledge trying to give you tons of information, which comes out. And most of you guys, if you guys are half intelligent, you'll see most of the time it's just a lot of talk. They talk, 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 talk. And you can spot these people because they talk a lot and they do very little listening. What happens with people who have knowledge? People who have knowledge keep their mouth shut and they listen most of the time, right? So Napoleon Hill tells you if you wish to acquire the habit of prompt decision, keep your eyes and ears wide open and your mouth closed. Close your mouth. As a matter of fact, that is so good that I'm going to write that for you guys right here so you guys can see it, screenshot it, and do what you can to have a better life. So if you wish to acquire the habit of decision making, of prompt decision, keep your eyes This is a philosophy that I'm going to tell you guys will get you a whole lot further in life than many other things, right? Keeping your mouth closed and just listening to people will reveal so much in all types of situations. In all types of situations, you will gather knowledge from people when you have your eyes and your ears open, meaning always observing and listening and keeping your mouth shut and just listening to people spit out tons of knowledge or tons of garbage, right? So just keep your eyes and ears open. Okay. Now, if you talk more than you listen, you not only deprive yourself of the many opportunities to accumulate useful knowledge, right? Because you can't take in knowledge if you're always talking, right? But you also disclose your plans and purpose to people who will take great delight in defeating you because they envy you. I know, guys, don't be afraid. People envy you. I'm going to write that down so you guys can see it, right? People envy you. Right? If you don't know that people envy you, then you are living on the moon, guys. You are totally, completely don't understand what it takes, right, to achieve the life that you want. Because anytime you want to achieve something more than what you currently have, there is somebody out there that envies you and they're waiting to smash your dreams because they don't have the ambition or the drive to achieve the life that they want. So they're trying to smash your dreams. Your muscles got to be way up, guys, because they're going to come at you and try to destroy what you worked so hard to accomplish. So understand that people will envy you. Also know, as another note, guys, by the way, and I learned this and I learned to keep my mouth shut a lot of times because I'm always trying to be um the dumbest person in the room. Okay, I'm always trying to up my game and my knowledge, but I'm always trying to be the dumbest person in the room. And you want to know why I try to be the dumbest person in the room, guys? If you guys haven't guessed it already, it's because when I'm in a room with smart people, it is time to learn and grow, not time to talk about my meager accomplishments. It is time to learn and grow and to be the best that I can be. So I keep my mouth shut. But as a note, Napoleon Hill also talks about that every time you open your mouth in the presence of a person with an abundance of knowledge, you display your exact stock of knowledge or your lack of it. So how much knowledge you don't have. So when I'm in my room with my mastermind group, well, most of them are way more advanced than me in business and wealth and relationships and all the other things that I'm trying to achieve in my life. They're way more in advance than me. I keep my mouth shut. I keep my mouth shut because they are just everything they talk about is something that I haven't done yet. And and it is a wealth of knowledge continually growing and making my life better. Okay. Now let one of your first lessons be when you're done here is to keep a closed mouth and open eyes. As a matter of fact, um, in this chapter on decision, they talk about one of the most important decisions ever made in my personal freedom. I live in America, United States of America. My freedom, the Declaration of Independence, was built on decision, but not just a decision, it was built on the decision of 56 people who would have been met the gallows, meaning they would have been hung for treason because they wanted their independence from the British. Now, this is powerful, guys. And even though tons and tons of history has talked about the dates and George Washington being the father of our country and everything, a lot of that leaves out some of the most important people who had to make very, very hard decisions toward our freedom. And and this chapter gets into that. It talks about all of the names signed on the Declaration of Independence, like Samuel Adams, you know, who was faced with death, exile, okay, and the uh, basically the his peers not wanting to deal with him ever again because he decided to go against Britain and everybody else was afraid. And that is the case. People wanted their freedom. They were just afraid to speak out about it when faced with death. And these guys stepped up. These 56 people who signed the Declaration of Independence, absolutely true, true definiteness of decision, okay, in the face of death. That's some serious decision right there, guys. A lot of you guys, you are faced with death each and every day. And I'm telling you, you are faced with financial death. You are going to die if you do not learn how to make prompt decisions. So think of that the next time a decision comes up that you need to make. Now, in your search, right, for a secret method, okay, don't look for a miracle when it comes to decision because you won't find it. You'll only find the external laws of nature. As I talked about, the immutable laws of nature, okay? And they are available to every person, right, who possesses faith and courage to use those immutable laws. Those immutable laws, you have to have faith and courage to use them. Because, like I said, you may be faced with death. Remember, Socrates chose to take poison and die than give up his values. Okay, and now his philosophies have changed the world and changed our lives because of it. Okay, so understand, guys, understand how important that faith and courage is when it comes to decision making. Now, indecision, right, is a habit. And we talked about habits before, but I'm telling you guys that this habit started when you were a child. And you may not have paid attention to it when you were a child, because I know when I was a child, I was just free willed, willy nilly, not caring about a care in the world, where my food came from or what I needed to do. I was just running around and just having fun. But what snuck up on me was indecision. Indecision in my youth, right? And it happened to me as I went through grade school and in high school, and eventually happened to me in college. And it happens to 98% of every 100 people who are working class people who are working for money, right? At a job working for money. 98% of them are in the position that they currently in because of their lack of definiteness of purpose and decision making when it comes to a definite plan of what they wanted to do with their life. Now, I'm telling you guys that your lack of decision is going to put you in a place, a position that you may not be comfortable with, right? It's going to give you a job that you may be taking just to make money because you didn't have a definite plan. See, the use of degrees in college and everything else, it doesn't mean anything, okay, unless when you graduate, you are specialized. And if you're specialized, it's going to take you from high school through college and continue on a definiteness of decision making, of plans of who you want to be in a position that you would like to hold. We talked about that in a very, very long chapter on organized planning, I believe it was, or it might have been specialized knowledge. It was specialized knowledge, guys. So anyway, the definiteness of decision always requires courage, sometimes great courage, especially when it came to the guys of the Declaration of Independence, guys. The 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence, every single one of them faced death for putting their names on a piece of paper that now allows me to do videos for you guys, allows me to go out here and walk the streets and enjoy it. I mean, currently we have a stay in order, but um, in order to me to make money and make income and have the life that I want, travel with my family and enjoy vacations, and all of this came from 56 men who had the courage to sign the Declaration of Independence and were decisive enough, okay, to know that they wanted more for their countrymen. And that is a powerful, powerful testimonial every year. So instead of you guys celebrating, um, 4th of July with firecrackers, guys, think about the 56 men who faced death in order to give us the life that we want. So I got three things that I want to give you guys. First and foremost, when I talked about seeking counsel, seeking your own counsel, I want to tell you guys I had the microphone blocking me, so I didn't see my notes. But one of my notes were tell the world what you intend to do, but first show it, right? Don't be a person full of talk. Be a person who are displaying your skills and your knowledge. So put the skills of this book to use. Manifest the life that you want. And once you manifest the life that you want, then then you can tell the world about what you've done and what you achieved as you help others to achieve the same thing, guys. Only from a position of power can you help others who have less than you. And also remember when I talk about notes, guys, deeds, your deeds, and not words are what count most. And to me, that is biblical, right? Because your deeds, what you do, is what people follow. It is what your children follow. It is what everyone around you follows. It's your deeds because people watch your action. And if your actions display that of a person who people would like to learn from and grow from, then guess what, guys? People are going to grow and learn from you. So as you go through this process, learn it, learn it deep, okay, and grow and prosper so that you can help others to grow and prosper along with you. Make that journey a team journey, guys. You, your mastermind, and then once you have the strength, bring up your family and friends and everybody else around you. But get that strength first, make those decisions and seek your own counsel. Okay, so in wrapping this up, three things that I want to tell you guys is number one, as I just said, keep your own counsel. Stop telling everybody what you're doing. Number one. Okay, stop telling everybody what you're doing. And number two, the people who you're telling what you're doing is your mastermind group because you are giving value to the group and you guys are growing together. So the counsel that you keep is your mastermind group counsel, guys. And that is how you're going to grow and have the life that you want. The next thing is make action your new normal. Action. And the reason why I say action is because I told you guys, you have to learn how to make prompt decisions. So, in order to make prompt decisions, guess what that takes? It takes action, guys. If you make action your new normal, uh, every time something comes up, you go, well, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? That'll be your mantra. That'll be your driving force every time you come across something that you want to do. What do I need to do right now in order to have the life that I want? What decision do I need to make right now? Decisive decisions. Okay, be strong. Obviously, guys, when you're doing this and you're seeking counsel, make sure you are discussing this with your mastermind, who you are meeting with twice a week. Okay, so that when you make decisions, they are strong decisions backed by years and years of experience from your mastermind group. Okay, just don't make decisions willy nilly. You can destroy all your efforts with the wrong decision. But don't let that stop you making prompt decisions because I told you you're seeking counsel when you do that. The next thing I want you guys to do is a process, okay? And this process is this, right? I want you guys to log every day for 30 days, right? How you make decisions. Right? How are you making your decisions? Okay? And when you do this, guys, in this log, you will see. I want you guys to take notes. Am I taking a long time to make these decisions? Am I procrastinating to make these decisions? Am I looking for approval from other people to make these decisions? It's tons of things that how we do when we make decisions, and I need you guys to list that of how you are making decisions. We make decisions every single day, life-changing decisions. Some days, every day, we just make average decisions. Okay. Not only do I want you to limit the smaller decisions, okay, to save your brain power for the bigger ones. When you are making the bigger decisions, I want you to log how you are making those decisions, whether you're seeking approval from somebody else, whether you're seeking counsel from your mastermind, which is more important than anything else, and whether you are making those decisions promptly or slowly, guys. So those are the three things that I need you guys to work on in this chapter on decision. It will change your life. Procrastination is a killer of dreams. As a matter of fact, I think I need to write that, right? Procrastination is a killer of dreams. And if you want your dream to come true, if you want the life that you've always dreamed of, you are going to have to, at all costs, eliminate procrastination. So that is it for today, guys. We finished early, and I want you guys to have a great day. And I want you guys to get ready for tomorrow's lesson because the next lesson after desire is what? I mean, after decision is persistence. Wow. Okay. So get ready for persistence, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great night. Later.